Here we have a comparison with three different Olight weapon lights. This is the original PL1 2, you can see that there, Valkyrie. This is 450 lumens, and it's a little bit smaller, but roughly the same size, and really the PL2 is not quite as tall off of the gun. The PL2, now this was actually the first one that I bought, and it is a 1200 lumen, which is quite frankly overkill for inside the house. I'll show some footage of these three kind of down a hallway, kind of sweeping. I usually keep this mounted on my AR-15 because it throws a long way, and the 1200 lumens is great for, let's say you have to go outside at night. Now this is the recent purchase, which is the PL Mini, and I have that mounted. The reason I wanted this was to mount it on this compact. This is a CZ P07, and you can see with that rail mount that it just does fit on this. And a lot of subcompacts it won't fit on. I tried to put this on my XD45 subcompact, and it did not fit on that. It didn't have enough rail space, but it does fit on, you know, duty size guns, your G19s and other things similar to this, your compact Smiths. It fits well on there. Now this PL1, I usually keep it mounted on this XD duty 4-inch 9mm, but you can see that it does project a good bit, but it does have this kind of lens shield on the end of it, so it does protect the lens from the powder blast and keeping you from having to constantly clean that lens off after high use. But this one is the flamethrower. I mean, seriously, this really has an incredible throw. I don't know the specs, but I guess easily you get a really strong beam at 100 yards plus. The systems on here, if you're not familiar with them, are pretty easy. It's a touch system, and you can see the brightness at 400 lumens. This one's 450. This one's freshly charged. The batteries have been in this one a while. They're pretty close, but when you compare the 1200 lumens of the Valkyrie 2, it's a very, very bright light, and you'll see how it kind of may even be blinding on white walls. But again, this one has been mounted on my AR. The Valkyrie 2 has been mounted on my AR for 6 or 7 months. I have probably run close to, I don't know, 1,200 to 1,500 rounds, at least, maybe more like 2,000 through it without any kind of failure or issue. This one I won from Scab Ugly, and I have run it a little bit on a couple of different guns. I have mounted it on the Shadow 2 just for fun to play with it, but it usually stays on this XD Mod 2 4-inch duty. And this one we're going to get to test. What I do really love about some of these newer series is this great charging system. You've never seen that. It's just magnetic, and it's USB, so it can plug into your car charger, a wall port, a computer, or whatever to charge it. I just plugged it in, and it took maybe 15 minutes. It obviously had some charge when it was purchased, but for such a small light, this is really an amazingly bright light. And the beauty of not having any kind of internal replaceable battery within these is that you have no movement with your battery contacts from the gun recoil. So these do come with a 5-year warranty, and I haven't experienced, but I've spoken with people who did have issues and they had good experiences with it. I know when I ordered this weekend, it was in my mailbox Monday morning, even with the flash sale. So I've been impressed with my experiences with them. Here, I'll roll in some footage of kind of showing the lights in action.
Here is the PL2 Valkyrie. This is on the AR. Again, 1200 lumens. You can kind of see how the center spot is extremely bright and reflecting off of white walls and stuff. It can get quite a glare. That's why I use it for outside use mostly. It's a great light. It's held up to multiple rapid fire rounds. Never had it short or anything. The PL1 Mini got a nice spread to it, but it does have that strong central beam. You can see how it's much more manageable, but it does cast a good light. Definitely would be clear even in pitch black. And this dim light, you can still see the brightness on it. The PL1, 2, this one is pretty equally bright, but it doesn't seem to have quite the spread that the Mini does, but it's still a really good light with about an hour runtime off of a single CR123A battery. 3, 2, 1.